G'day everyone, just a little short video to show you what's going on in our neck of the woods today. This is my little first calving heifers. I timed them to have their calves this time of year, as a lot of us do. It's supposed to be the wet season, but unfortunately there's been no rain for them, so they're doing it a bit tough now. So what I'm doing today is burning more gidgee down for them to eat. As you can see, there's a fair bit of green feed up there in the top of the trees. We burn the trees down because the leaf is very sap. The sap in the leaf is very bitter, I should say, and when you burn it, the heat around the base of the tree, it takes about an hour for one of these to burn down, a bit over an hour, and so while that heat's going on, it draws a lot of the sap out of the leaf down into the timber, into the trunk of the tree and into the root system, and that sort of sweetens that leaf up, makes it a bit more palatable, and softens the leaf also, tends to have a softening effect on it. It's quite good protein in that leaf. It's not as good as wood grass or anything, but it's better than the dry old dead benefics that they're eating way up the back of this paddock. We got 4 or 5 of them burning away over there. They're sort of down to the smouldering stages now. They burn for a while and then just smoulder away, and then like this one here we burnt down last week, it just goes to white ash and burns down. As you can see, they eat it all right down to the little sticks, and leave nothing behind at all. And as you can see, we have a lot of it. I'll show you. Yeah, and this track is a good example of how much we've got. It's just miles and miles and miles and miles of it. So there's no shortage of it on this property. It's not about to go extinct. I'm just going to cut a couple down as well and cut the posts out of them, and I'll just show you. Now the cattle do eat them. They will come over and have a look at them. So this is where I'm cutting timber at the moment. Got a few there, about 250 together there for a fencing job that's coming up. There's my old tractor that I use, called Cat 922. It's got a set of forks on the bucket there that I can pile about 30 of them fellas on it, 25 to 30, and it's a lot easier nowadays. I used to go in there with a chainsaw and have to lug everything out on your shoulder. Now we just put them on the shoulder and then we carry them out and throw them on the forks. They were good invention, tractors, for this sort of work. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the afternoon, make that pile bigger. Hopefully get about bit over 300 in that pile. There's not much time left in today. It's 1:30 now. We'll have to have a feed and then get into it. Oh look, there's a cloud up there. Little fella putting across the sky. I reckon if clouds could talk, he'd be looking at me going, "Did you see which way the wet season went?" He's lost. Hope he's got some mates coming after him. Rightio, so I've cut a patch of timber out. You can see one there laying on the ground. Good post. Oh, so that patch of timber, this is just for the folks that in the towns and cities who wonder how this cutting timber business works out here in the native forest. This patch of timber is now cut completely out of fencing material, and so you can see there's heaps left behind. We're not slaughtering trees out here stupidly. We go through these patches and only select the stuff that's decent enough for timber. The rest of it, the stuff that's not the right shape or not big enough yet, all remains behind. We are not killing trees indiscriminately. You know, if there's a tree with a bird's nest in it, it stays behind, even if it is suitable for our own use. We leave it behind. Right, now we have to pick these up one at a time and throw them here on the tractor. And I've done a really smart thing. I'm thirsty as anything, and I just realised I went to have a drink, and I just realised I didn't bring the water bottle out from the pile. I've already done a number of piles of timber already today, and I jumped off the tractor to fuel the chainsaw up and left the water bottle back on the ute. I refilled it with nice cool water, and so I'm a bit thirsty in a minute, but anyway, I'll get these ones loaded up and I'll take them out to the pile and I'll be able to have a drink. I'll be looking forward to it by then. I've just got to find somewhere to put this camera, because you're going to watch me pick all these hoos up. Oh, well, that's it. Oh, let me catch my breath. It's about 22 or 3 or something there. I would have loaded up a little bit more than that, but I haven't got any more. So that's it. I'll drive that out to the pile now and throw it in it. Oh, and have a drink. I made a mistake not bringing my water bottle in. It's hot. Everything's hot. You touch the steel on that tractor, it's just hot. No wind. Typical when you cut posts, there's a little tiny flicker of a breeze up in the top of the trees, but down here it's just hot like a sauna. I don't know what temperature it is. It was 43 something yesterday. Yeah, feels like there's something similar today, 40 plus. Oh, I gotta go and get a drink. It's hard work, this. These posts sort of average, I don't know, probably the very lightest one will be 35 to 40 kilos, and up to the heaviest one, that one there. He's a heavy hooer, that one. Oh, he must weigh more than me, I think. I weigh 83 kilos. And he must be every bit of 80. He's just heavy. The other fella, 3 under him, not much lighter either. But that's what we do in the bush. Not like the old fellas though. The poor old fellas, there's an old stump there. Been cut down about 60 years ago with an axe. There's another one over there. That one there, he's been cut down with an axe about maybe close 68 years ago now. The old fellow that my dad had here fencing, come through this scrub with an axe and cut down. Those fellas had to park their truck. They had an old lorry and they park it out on the outside this scrub, and then cut them man down with an axe and pick them up on their shoulders just like I did, and walk them way out there to the edge of the scrub and throw them on the back of their truck. And that old bloke, he worked on his own too. He did this all by himself. Tom Rowe was his name. Some of his relatives around Townsville, Charters Towers area. He did a lot of fencing here. A bit easier now with this tractor. We can sort of push our way into the scrub and just shift these old logs and things out of the road, and walk over the bush and things and get in here and put the tractor sort of somewhere closer to the post so we can throw it on and walk out, take it out on the tractor. So this is what we do with it for our personal use, timber. And this is pretty much what every station that has usable timber in the bush does. If they want to put up a fence, they just do work like this. Most of us have got a tractor to do it. Some still do it the whole way, but like, you might ask yourself, why don't you have personal protective equipment on it? You know, chainsaw chaps and helmet and sunglasses. Well, I normally do wear sunglasses and things, and earplugs, always wear them. But I snapped my sunglasses this morning, so I have to do this today without them. It's too far to go home and get them. New pair. I don't have a new pair at home, they just broke. Don't know why. But normally, yeah, sunglasses and gloves and whatever. You see me getting around with no chaps on, chainsaw chaps. Well, that's because you don't wear them when you're lugging these timbers out on your shoulder. You take all that gear off. It's too heavy and too hot, and you just get as light as you can and do this hard, heavy lifting work. But anyway, I'll go out and drop these in the pile. Few in there now. I gotta get a drink. There it is, a little water bottle and some bit of that stuff. Stamina. Let's go. Well, there's a few in that pile now. We'll get, I gotta get a drink. Oh, thirsty man. Oh. Well, that's how we do it here with our post cutting work and other days' activities. I'll keep going now till it's dark. Sun's getting down a bit now. Hopefully I'll get a bit over 300 in that pile before it gets too dark. It'll be good. Well, I'll keep going, but yeah, just a little video to show like I said before, this little video has just been made up for mostly our town folk and friends in the city that wonder what goes on out here in the scrub, in the bush. It's just our little neck of the woods, and it doesn't matter whether it's this cattle property or a sheep station or a farm or something anywhere else. It's just sort of the way we work in the bush. It's just go, put in the long yards and hours and just work until the job's done and go home. Same as you guys though in the city and towns. These are all hard-working people. You know, whether you're a bricklayer or a concreter or work, you fellas probably reckon this would be easy compared to your work in the heat. But it doesn't matter whether you're a bricklayer or concreter or plumber or whatever you do. Boilermaker in the mines, you're all working hard, and this is just what we do. Whether even if you're sitting in an air-conditioned office typing away on a computer, you're all putting in the long yards to make things go round. But this is just how we do it. If you're interested, and thanks very much. I'm going to have a drink and keep going. Thank you.